What's new in Android 12 stable and some hidden tips and tricks. Hey peeps, what's up? Manji here, back with another video, and in this video we're going to have our first look at what is new in Android 12 stable and some hidden tips and tricks. So for starters, most of you would know if you go into settings, about phone, Android version, you will reach this screen herein. If you tap on the Android version a few times, you are going to get an Easter egg. Now this here is Android 12 Easter egg. You do have the clock, but if you move the hands of the clock to 12, you are going to get another Easter egg, and this here is 12 along with all the material you colors for this specific theme. Then it does not end over here. If you press and hold on the empty space on your home screen, go into widgets. You have another new widget of Android S. Yes, the code name of Android 12 is snow cone, so Android S Easter egg. This one is called paint chips. You can of course bring the widget over to your home screen, and this here is the color palette for this specific widget. You can tap on it, it is going to expand, and then if you tap on any of the colors, you can share the color code with your friends using Android's quick share menu. Next up, while we are talking about widgets, do note if you update your clock application from the Play Store and starting with clock application version 7.1 and above, you should have a special clock widget, which is the one which has your stopwatch, and here it is. This is the stopwatch widget. You can of course bring it to your home screen, resize it in case you want to, and this has your timer, and you can also add a lap timer in case you want to, and reset this as well. But other than that, you also have the clock widget, which lets you have different clock faces. So the analog one, if you bring this over, you now have the option of multiple clock faces, and this is the one which I personally like. It does look pretty great. You can see it has a seconds hand which keeps on moving, and it also has the day and the date as well. Next up, if you are playing a YouTube video in picture and picture, you can of course move this picture and picture across your screen, but pinch and zoom, you can now resize it to any size you want to, and if by mistake your finger moves a little while you're using pinch and zoom, it is going to tilt a little as well, which I think is pretty dope. And then if you want it away from your site, you can move it to the side of the screen as well, so that you can continue working on whatever you were. And another thing, the animation effect when you switch from full screen to picture in picture is pretty dope as well. And another thing which I noticed is if you open your recents, you will notice that the video keeps on playing in the recents as well. So there it is, you can see the video is playing in the recents. Now on previous Android versions, this would make the video pause, but that is not the case with Android 12. Next up, you also have material you. So with Android 12, Google is all about selling stuff which is meant for you or personalized for you. So press and hold on the empty space on your home screen, and then you can go into wallpapers and style. You will be greeted with something like this, and herein of course you can enable dark theme, change your app grid. You have something called themed icons, wherein Google apps on your home screen will have the app icon or the accent color of your current theme, but you can also change that specific accent color in case you want to. Here it is, you will notice it in real time. Everything is changing based on the choices I make. If you want some other basic colors, you have the option of that as well. And if you go into change wallpaper here, and let us choose the community edition, and let us say I want to switch over to this wallpaper. Now what if you want a preview of your home screen? Tap on this, it is going to give you a preview. You want to hide the UI preview, have a look at how the wallpaper is going to look, you have that option as well. And then you can do the same thing for your lock screen as well. Select lock screen, bam, here it is. This is the preview of the lock screen. Want to hide it, bam, there it is, hidden. And the animations of Android 12 are super dope as well. Next up, they have added something called one-handed mode. So you can go into settings, system, gestures, one-handed mode, bam, here it is. Enable it. Now you can pull down to reach. So swipe down near the gesture pill, one-handed mode activated. tap on the empty space, one-handed mode is no longer active. Then you can also create a shortcut for one-handed mode. So go into this option, you can use the accessibility button, or you can press and hold both volume keys together for say 10 seconds and you should get the option to enable your one-handed mode. Once I save this and enable the toggle, got it, I should have the accessibility mode option over here. There it is. Once I tap on this, I can use this to enable or disable the one-handed mode, and of course you can move this small accessibility button around your screen in case you want to. Now, while we're talking about accessibility, they have also added another feature called extra dim. So either you can go into your settings and search for extra dim, or the other option is go into settings and here and go into accessibility, and here is the toggle for extra dim. It is going to dim the screen beyond your phone's minimum brightness, and you can of course control the intensity as well. And you also have an option to create a shortcut for extra dim in case you want to do that. Again, accessibility option, and you can also keep it on after the device restarts. So this is useful in situations wherein you are reading something in the night and you want your screen to be even dimmer than what it can go to by default. Pretty nifty feature in my humble opinion. Next new feature you will find is in settings, and once you're in settings, go into display. Here and go into auto rotate screen, you will see a toggle for enable face detection. Once you enable this, your phone is going to have a look at your face and then try to determine how you're looking at it, whether you're lying down, phone is rotated or not, all those things, and then rotate the screen if needed. Again, no content is shared with Google in this case. Then if you go into your screen timeout feature, you will notice something called screen attention. So here and again, it is going to use the front camera and say your timeout is set as 15 seconds, but you are reading an article, viewing some image, the phone is going to check if you are still looking at the phone, and if it checks that you are looking at the phone, it is not going to time out your screen and turn the screen off, which can be a pretty irritating feature. And again, no data is sent to Google in this case either. And while we are in display, the animations of always on display and your fingerprint access are pretty dope in Android 12. So here it is. You will see that the animation goes towards the power button, and when I unlock my device, it is going to appear as if the animation is starting from the power button, which I think is pretty cool and a pretty dope feature. Then you also have a hidden gaming mode in Android 12. So how do you access that? You can go into settings, notifications, and here and go into do not disturb, go into schedules. You should have a schedule for gaming. Go into settings, you can enable your game dashboard. Once you do this, if you are in any game, then how do you access your gaming mode? Well, there's a small trick to it. So once you are on the game, go back to your home screen, then go to the recents, switch to something else, and using the recents switch back to the game. You should get a toggle or a floating bar. Here it is. I have already activated it, but in your case you might get a toggle or a arrow like this, and once you tap on it, you should see this controller. Once you go into controller, this is your game dashboard. You can stream your games, you can optimize your games, but it has to be enabled in the game first. And then you also have the option of your screenshot, screen recorder, and FPS. And of course, this pill can be moved around to wherever you want to, and it is going to snap to an edge as well. Next up, you can now share your images and your links from the recents itself. So let us say I go to my recents, I had something in Chrome open. Let me scroll down a little, go to the image. So go back to the home screen, and now from my recents, I can share the link in case I want to. I can copy it as well. And if I want to share the image, bam, here it is. I can use Google Lens on the image, copy it, share it, or save it. Pretty nifty feature once again from Google. Then if you take a screenshot on a screen which has content, right, you can scroll on this screen. So let me take a screenshot over here. Bam, I now have the option of capture mode. Once I tap on this, I can use these nubs to view the content which I want to capture. Do note the magnifying glass option looks pretty dope, and again it is in real time as well, no jitters, no lags. And I can also move the content around using the nubs horizontally and vertically. Once I'm done, tap on save, bam, there it is, extended screenshot taken without any issues. Then you also have customization on how you want to invoke the assistant lady. So if I go into settings and I go into system, and here and I go into gestures, system navigation, go into the settings of gesture navigation, I can swipe to invoke the assistant. So swipe from the edge and here it is. You can see the assistant is active and working. Another option you have is you can always use the power button and invoke the assistant. So here it is, hold for assistant, again press and hold, and then it is telling me, do you want to talk to Google with this button? Got it. And there it is, the assistant lady is now back in action. And how do you turn off your device then? Well, go to your quick settings panel. You should have a power button. Use this to turn off or restart your device in case you are using the option of using the power button for your Google Assistant. Then you also have privacy indicators. So if you go into settings and privacy, for starters, you do have a dashboard which will tell you if something has used the location, camera or microphone, and you can also see other permissions as well. But you also have toggles to enable or disable camera access, microphone access. Similarly, you have a toggle for clipboard access as well. So how does this work? Let me open the camera application, and once we are in the camera application, for starters, I can now have approximate location with Android 12. And if I go into video mode, and now if I try to record a video, so the video is recording, but if you have a look at my notifications, I have a notification that something is accessing the camera and the microphone, and if I tap on it, I am getting to know which application is using it. So video mode is being used by camera, and similarly the mic is being used by the camera as well. And of course you do have quick settings toggle to enable or disable these. So let us say I disable mic access, and now mic access is not available to any application. Similarly, I can block camera access as well in case I want to do that. So again, there it is. You can see it gave me a camera error, and that is because I disabled camera access or video access during the process of recording a video. So again, pretty nifty features by Google over here. Next up, we have something called system-wide search. So for that, let me bring in my other device, which is running Android 12, because that feature is broken on this specific device. So I open the application drawer. I have the option of searching on top here. And of course, you can always show the keyboard in case you want to. But if I search for Munchie, there it is. You can see the contact with the name Munchie came up. So this is system-wide search. And of course, if you tap on the three dot menu on the top right, go into preferences, you can customize what you want to see in the system wide search as well. And last but not the least, before I forget, the widgets are adapting to material you within a specific wallpaper as well. So let us go ahead and add a clock widget over here on this wallpaper. And once I do that, of course, I can change the transparency in case I want to. Let us choose the solid one. Now notice the color of the clock widget when I move it around. So let us move it around to Baby Yoda's face. You can see it changed over to the green color, and if I move it over to Baby Yoda's dress, it is in a brownish color shade now. So again, yep, pretty dope and pretty cool stuff has been added in Android 12. And there it is, peeps. That is what was new and some tips and tricks on Android 12. And that will do it for this video. Hope my video helped you. Likes, shares and subscribes are appreciated. Feedback and comment more than welcome. See you when I see you.